What if everything you fear is just a misunderstanding of what you truly are? Believer or non-believer, the answer isn't in choosing sides. It's in seeing clearly and knowing. Let me ask you a strange question. Do you remember anything from before you were born, where there was no pain, no fear, no sorrow, nothing, and yet you existed in some form, in some possibility? So then, why are we so afraid of what comes after life? This question has shaken philosophers, mystics, and skeptics for centuries. But today, let's sit with it, not as a debate between believers and non-believers, but as seekers of truth. Before we were born, we weren't afraid of not existing. There was no you, no me, no pain, no fear, just silence. If non-believers are right, that's exactly where we return after death. No memory, no suffering, no I to fear the end. Then what exactly are we afraid of? Is it the end, or is it not knowing what the end looks like? But now let's flip the script. What if the believers are right? What if you are not this body, but a soul passing through time, slipping from one form to another? If that's true, then even when the body dies, you don't. You remain, you continue, you transcend. So again, I ask, in either case, why fear? Think of yourself as a wave in the ocean. You rise, you fall, but the ocean, the source, never disappears. Whether you're a believer or a non-believer, either you return to stillness or you merge into something greater. Isn't that beautiful? Socrates, one of the wisest minds of ancient Greece, faced death calmly. When asked whether he believed in an afterlife, he didn't claim to know. He simply said, either death is a dreamless sleep or a journey to another place. In both cases, there is no reason to fear. And this is the wisdom we often forget in the noise of beliefs. We fight over what's right, but rarely sit with what's true in our hearts. Ask yourself, is your fear of death rooted in belief or in not having explored it deeply? If this message is already opening something within you, I invite you to share this with someone who's living in fear. You might just change their life. The fear of death is, in truth, the fear of losing control, but you never had control over birth, and yet here you are. You won't have control over death either, and yet you'll go. But maybe, just maybe, you are not meant to control life or death. You are meant to flow through it. With awareness, with peace, with acceptance. You are not the wave, you are the ocean remembering itself. So let the believers believe, let the non-believers question, but you stay awake. Because the real question is not who is right. The real question is, can you be free from fear, regardless of who's right? Whether the soul lives on or returns to the silence from where it came, the mystery remains, and in that mystery, there is something sacred, not to fear, but to witness, not to debate, but to understand. If today's message touched your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone you love might need this too. This is Kapil Devgan, and you're watching Talk Healing, where truth meets peace.